Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Monday morning, August the 18th. Another new week. Another new week. See, everybody's piling in. I hope everybody's, if they drink it, got their coffee handy. So, time to wake up. Time to get going. Dispel all those negative thoughts that hit so many people on Monday morning. Not a happy day like Friday. So, my friends, here we are. Here we are. Drink it if you got it. Yes, sir. And this is a complete, unadulterated cup of coffee for a change. No stinky leucine. Yeah, got that out of the way first. I'm going to forgo the iodine today. And we'll save the creatine for later. I'm beginning to think I'm abusing the concept of coffee in general, and maybe I might be punished for that. Well, while people are pouring in, good to see you all this morning. It's been a very strange morning for me. I'm going to try, because I'm going to try to be incredibly upbeat, incredibly happy today, positive, optimistic, helpful, joyous. And I've been trying to kind of push my attitude in that direction ever since I got up out of bed this morning. I've had a lot of talks with myself this morning. It's one of those mornings. It's funny because I saw it in a comment. I'll see it again. I remember who it was that says, wonder what Mitch is going to rant about today. Now, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Rants are good. Very rarely do we ever hear any of the major stars like Ken Berry and Anthony Chafee and Sean Baker, Kelsey, those guys. Don't hear them rant much. I know they rant on the inside. I know that they can't be happy with the state of things, and not just in diet, but in politics and everything else. But they keep that face on. Me, I'm more of an open book. I like to think that the rants that I do are entertaining, especially when accompanied by a cigar. If I had to put my finger on basically what caused me to be just totally done with the human race and in general this morning, totally at that point that I get once in a while. And it's not a good point, but it is what it is. That point where I just said, I'm done. I'm done. Mitch, why do you do this? There's no money in it. There's no real growth in it. You're an old man. Just about everybody else your age has finally realized, if they have any intelligence whatsoever, that nothing in this world is ever going to change The world is not broken. It's the people in it. And the more you deal with these people, even though you know that the majority of people are good and wonderful and the majority of your thoughts, as long as you deal with these people, you will constantly be disappointed. Do you need, at your age, really need any of this? Wouldn't you much rather? I mean, it'd be one thing if I was making a real living here and had anything depending on that, but I can live my life with or without this. Maybe I can buy a little toy once in a month, once in a while, with the discretionary income I might make. But I'm never going to make any money on this YouTube stuff. I work 60 to 80 hours a week, and normally I'm fine with that because I'm enjoying it. I just enjoy the hell out of it. I love you guys. But something just kicks the shit out of me once in a while that makes me reevaluate. Why the hell are you doing this, Mitch? And today was one of those days. And I'm hoping that all of you can cheer me up before the end of this live stream, because you are my friends. And I'll tell you what happened this morning. And it's nothing. And I know it's nothing. I know it's nothing. I know that it's meaningless. I know it's just yet one more of those thoughtless, inconsiderate, selfish know-it-alls that just has to tell you what's wrong with you. But I have to make a choice. I have to make a choice. I have to continue to do this. And it's a hard choice. And turn off the comments. You want to comment? Come into a live stream and chat. I have to turn off the comments on my videos. I can't take it anymore. Does that mean I'm weak? I guess. Maybe I'm weak. Maybe I'm too emotional. Maybe I take everything too personally. But don't we all? After all, that's what we are. That's our life. And as you know, my life has not been so joyous since I had this stroke. It is a grind. It is a challenge. I have one pleasure in life. One thing that I do that hurts no one, that brings me relaxation. One thing. I puff on a cigar. Do you think the world could just let me do that? I could hide it from you. Would probably be the smartest thing to do. But I've tried to make it entertaining because it's what I do. I would give up YouTube, you guys, everything before I would quit smoking or puffing on a cigar. Period. If I had to prioritize it. Nothing relaxes me. Do I look forward to that I can still do, because I can't do shit now, like puffing on a cigar. I've done that all my life. All my life. It seems like I have been just stomping on everybody else's rights and freedoms. You're not going to smoke that in here, are you? That's not good for you, says the doctor. That's not good for you, says somebody who knows nothing. You're going to kill yourself doing that. They told that to my grandfather. And the doctor died 40 years before my grandfather. Everybody tells you what to do in this world. And it's not just about the cigar. It's about the people. It's about the people. Who the hell do all of these people think they are? to think that they know what's good for you. They may very well know. They may have had personal experience. I have been told 100 times already that it's absolutely my cigar that caused my stroke. I have been told that it's my cigar is destroying my arteries, and this morning, and this is why this little rant this morning, I need somebody to convince me, Mitch, it was just one person. Mitch, you got to stop taking this stuff seriously, but this stuff triggers memories of all the other crap, bad advice that I've been forced to take in my life. I've been forced to have my fluoride in my drinking water, pretty much forced to take a COVID vax by everybody else. My ancestors in Europe were forced to march to the goddamn ovens because Adolf Hitler thought that he knew more than everybody else. The history of my life and my ancestry has been a history of other people trying to control our lives. Everything that's ever, every disaster that's ever happened in my life, every business failure has been caused by other people knowing what's best for me. And all of us can look back on our lives. The doctors, the damage they've done to our family and our loved ones. It's always other people knowing what's best for you. It's why I endeavor so hard to say I am not telling anyone what to do. It's not my place. It's not right. You're all big people. We're all big people. We all need to make up our own minds. We cannot have our actions dictated by people who in reality know less than we do, are dead wrong, but somehow I've figured out a way to make a ton of money in our society so that they can tell you, or you think you need them to tell you exactly how to live your life. You can't change these people, which is why I had the morning that I had this morning. I've been trying for 2.5 hours to jack myself up, come on here and be happy and say hi to everybody, play a little music. And I thought I could do it, but I'm sorry. You know me. It's on my mind, right out of my mouth. None of us have the right. I have no right to tell you what to do. I have no right to even make a suggestion unless you ask about what I'm doing, and do I think that maybe it's helping. I was triggered this morning. I got up, sitting on the edge of the bed. I check, see what mail I got coming today. I probably shouldn't do this. I didn't watch the news today. Can't do that anymore. And I generally check to in my YouTube studio to see, to get any new subscribers last night. Just normal. You know, people check their bank accounts in the morning, their investment portfolios, and how did it go last night? So I look at it, and I see that there's some unanswered comments. Now, I don't think I put a video out yesterday afternoon, but the live streams today, unanswered comment. And the first comment that I read was the last comment that I read this morning, because I wasn't about to deal with that shit anymore. Now, I said a bad word today. I was pissed, ranting, and I said, God damn it. Okay? I said, God damn it. Somebody tell me how that's taking the Lord's name in vain. We're not criticizing. I'm not criticizing God. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm asking for God to damn something that I'm not happy with. Yesterday I get a comment. I'm unsubscribing. You took the Lord's name in vain. I can't listen to you anymore. Goodbye. So I can't say God damn it now. Well, just another restriction put on me by ignorant, unknowing people. What I can and can't do. It's bad enough I got a list a mile long of words I can't say on YouTube because YouTube will cancel me. Now I got to be very careful about it. So what do I got to do? Come on there every morning and be goody two-shoes? I listen to Joe Rogan say fuck 30 times in every broadcast, and he's the biggest podcaster. How come I can't have those rules apply to me? This world is out of hand. It is unlivable anymore with the stupid, arrogant, know-it-all people. I try like hell to drive them away. One of the reasons I smoke cigars is so people who don't like cigars for some reason will just leave me to hell alone. You want to rant today? Here you go. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it. This morning, the first comment I read says, you need to stop smoking cigars. They destroy the glycocalyx of all your arteries. You're killing yourself and setting a bad example for everybody. Why don't you just quit cigars? And then you could show people how strong you are and help us all overcome our addictions. I don't care about your goddamn addiction, lady. Overcome your own goddamn addiction. Leave my cigar alone. It's the last thing in life. Last thing in life that I actually enjoy. Can I have one simple pleasure without some busybody trying to tell me how to live my life? Can I do that? Please. Now by itself, it's nothing. I just, goodbye. But that thought of that just brought back an entire lifetime of people doing nothing but trying to tell me how to live my life, as if their lives were any shining example. And it just pissed me off. And I needed to get that out of my system this morning. Because if I didn't get it out of my system, it would fester there all day. And by the end of the day, thinking about this more and more, this would probably have been the last you have ever heard from or seen me. This is not new. This is an old man looking at the last straw laying out there in front of him. We all get to that point at times in our lives. Our message is simple. You do you. Let me do me. If you don't like me, avoid me. Period. Period. I understand why people are the way they are, but they don't think. They don't think. They think they have the right to do that. So I'm telling you, I haven't picked up that last straw yet, but that's how close I am this morning. And if you can't tell that this is coming from the heart, the cigars are going nowhere. And if they kill me, I've lived an okay life. I'm not going to live forever. None of us are. I'm trying to do things to make a little money here. Let me get rid of that banner. I know this is not the kind of morning show that you guys expect from me, but I'm a human being too. I have my triumphs and my disappointments. And after 5 or 6 months of basically having no life after the stroke, just trying to get my life back, anybody that tries to take away the one last little, not harmful, nothing, no matter, doesn't bother anybody, last little simple pleasure that I have, wants to take that away from me too, so that I can help her fight her addictions, shows me that nobody really gives a shit about anything but themselves, except for a few nice people. And unfortunately, I got you all here and I haven't scared you away this morning. Thank you for that. But I needed to get this out. So here's the deal. The cigars aren't going anywhere. I'm sorry. I won't smoke them in your house or around you if you don't like the smell. I know many of you love your cigars. Why not? They're not cigarettes. I'm sorry if cigarette smoking and the tobacco companies that addicted people to cigarettes, the same companies that addict us all to the food, have killed somebody you've loved and set you against smoking. Smoking is not smoking. It's okay in this country now to smoke pot. See, that's the irony of it. It's okay to smoke pot. We're going to legalize it everywhere. It's still smoking. But no, it's not cigarette smoking. Well, why the hell do cigars have to be lumped in with cigarette smoking? People don't think. People only want to criticize. I don't want to be criticized at all. I don't need it. I don't need anybody that criticizes me. I stay single so I don't have to live with somebody that finds fault with me. I'm not a member of any clubs, so I don't have to worry about breaking their rules and they can find fault with me. I want to just not offend anybody. It's hard to do these days. You can't go out on the road and drive without somehow somebody getting pissed off at you. I think it's the food. I think the food has destroyed the brains of 90% of the American people. I think they are paranoid, psychopaths, most of them, sociopaths. And we'll never fix that. We'll never fix that. Well, let's see. 23 minutes in, I ran it. I needed to get that off my chest. Please, just know from here on out, since I've got this off my chest, and I'm not going to take this video down, let people see the replays. And if they don't like the profanity, if they don't like the cigar smoking, the hell with them. Unsubscribe. Go away. Forget if you ever knew me. I needed to say these things because they're causing me a lot of stress, and that is bad for my health. And that's the most important thing to me right now. I'm not going to be good to anybody in a mood like this. Okay, enough of that. I got to calm down. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening, guys. I haven't even read the chat. So maybe I don't want to read. I know I probably scared away all the religious people. Peter wants to know when we're going to get together. Let me go back to the beginning of the chat here. I know there's been a lot of chatting while I've been ranting away. I'm feeling a little better now. I needed to get that out. You ever get to a point where you just get so frustrated with stupidity? I know we all have. We all want to go out there in the middle of nowhere, climb up to the top of a hill where we're sure nobody can hear us, and just scream at nothing and get it out. Things that just happen for no reason. that don't help you but hurt you. Now, whoever that woman was, she's gone. I'll never see her comments again. Her comment may have been out of compassion and concern for me. That's the problem. I don't care. It's not her place. All my life, it started out when I was an infant and a toddler with my parents telling me what to do. Then it came to school, then the teachers telling me what to do. Then I went into the Army, and I had to listen to some idiot, drill sergeant, ignorant, bigoted, racist, prejudiced, call me Jew boy, and tell me what to do. Then I got married. And I got married again and had to listen for 40 years of a woman telling me what was wrong with me and what I needed to do. In business, I had government agencies and building inspectors telling me what I needed to do. After a while, you want to say, just drop out. And at this stage of my life, at 78 years old, I don't need somebody telling me what to do. I'm pretty well set in my ways, thank you very much. It all comes back. It's all triggered. That's why the word is called trigger. It all comes back with one person telling you what to do. So if you want to keep me happy, and I don't want any criticism. I don't want constructive criticism. I don't want suggestions on what supplements I need to take. I want the word need kept completely out of any communications to me. The words you need this, you need that, you need to do this, you need to... I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. I've decided what I need at this point. I'm the one who pays the price if I'm right or wrong. We all should have the right to be that way. I respect your right to decide what you need. I've learned already it's just way too much for me to ask. And that's why I get to the point where I say, like in war games, I say, how do I win this game? And the answer is, the only way to win is not to play. And that's when I say, that's it, I'm done. And I have my mouse. I find my mouse. I've done this. This is YouTube suicide, let me tell you. I can go into YouTube right now. I can go into my studio right now. I can say, delete this channel. And I get a box that comes up, are you sure you want to do this? All your subscribers will be gone. All of your videos will be gone. Period. And you click, yes, I want to do this. And it comes up and says, are you really sure? If you click it now, there's no coming back. And I've sat many times, believe it or not, with my mouse hovering over that button, deciding if I can put up with this anymore. And most of it was triggered by some stupid man or woman with a stupid comment that they had no idea would hit me as hard as it did. But things in life, my friends, things in life bring back all the things, all the abuse, all the ignorance, and the things that have changed the course of your life, maybe ruined your life, all come back sometimes with just one little trigger. And I've made no bones about the fact that many times in this little YouTube journey of mine, I've been pushed where it's the same feeling when you got the mouse hovering over that button and you know what's going to go away and never come back. It's like holding a gun to your head with your finger on a trigger, ready to say, I can't keep up. And I've been at that point a few times in my life, and I've done that. Wow. Wow, Barry Simon, thank you. Thank you, man. The old saying, mind your business, is so appropriate, Mitch. Plant man rules. Thank you, Barry. Barry, that's so nice of you. Thank you so much, man. All right. Thank you. And thank all you guys for hanging in there with me. I can't go to a therapist or psychologist because they're all stupid too. They don't know anything. I've been there. I've tried that. I walk out on them. I say, how much am I paying you to sit there and be ignorant? Wow, Barry, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Nobody's bought me a coffee yet today. I guess I'm not coffee worthy today, but that's okay. It's okay. Oh man. Oh God. Barry, you've single-handedly in one thing, and I know it's not even the money, it's the thought, Barry. You restored my faith in humanity, at least the humanity that I deal with on a daily basis, and I thank you for that. Deborah Moore says, I'm going to carry that epic rant with me all year and eat some meat. Yes, thank you. And I hope you guys understand. I'm not a machine. I'm not a mouthpiece for something, a paid mouthpiece. I'm a human being, and a very passionate one at that. I take things personally. I can't not let things bother me. It's a curse. A conscience. I have a conscience. I've had that all my life in business. It was the reason that most people wanted to do business with me, because they knew I would never go for the jugular. I always tried to give them the best and do the best for them I could, and still make it worthwhile to even be involved. Question, Mitch. Meathead. Have an artist with a couple songs you might like, but not the genre. Question. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's Monday. And Sam Sapphire comes in today with his question, which is certainly relevant to the topic this morning. Hi, Mitch and Squad. I was wondering if you all know why the Walmart diet tonic water still has carbs on the label. Sam, sorry, man. I know that's the topic of the day. No, I have no idea. And don't care either. Honest to God. Meathead, I'll email you the links. Yes, Meathead. Yeah, Kurt, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Francine says, put the coffee link. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Well, I only burned a half an hour with that. And I think I feel better. I think I set a new bar today. I think I set a new bar for calling a rant epic. I hope I never feel the urge to raise that bar. I really don't. But I do feel better. Thank you so much. Not going anywhere. I'm not going to quit. I need to get it out, or I might quit. I'm not the kind of guy. You know the old saying, don't cut off your nose to spite your face? It's never been a problem for me. I've never given up on something, no matter what it cost me. If it bothered me that much, I would say, I don't need this shit. Goodbye. I walked away from big business deals, walked away from relationships. I just won't tolerate. There's things I just can't tolerate. The older I get, the worse it is. I've walked out of real estate closings, $1 million deals, because they tried to steal that last 10 grand. Play games with me. I don't need this, goodbye. And left everybody with their jaws hanging out. I just don't have a threshold for bullshit. I can't accept it. Coffee link, where the hell is it? There it is. All right, I'll put it in there. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're still not obligated to do anything for me except give me some respect. I can't expect that. There's 126 people here. I get thousands of views on these videos. So out of those thousands of people, maybe 126 really get to know me. And the rest of them are just being their normal selves. What most YouTubers do is they just ignore these things and they can just brush them off. You know, grow a pair. I just, it just hits me wrong. It hits me differently. Because as I look back on my life, every business failure, every tragedy, every health consequence, the death of my parents, all these things have always been because somebody else was requiring that I do something their way. And I'm tired of it. And if I do it my way and it kills me, I did it my way. One of my favorite songs. Get no respect. Anthony says, yeah, so that's why Rodney Dangerfield was my favorite comedian of all time, because I could identify with the guy. I mean, he was absolutely favorite comedian of all time, Rodney Dangerfield. Went to McDonald's yesterday. They told me I didn't deserve a break. That's my philosophy. I'm Sam Sapphire, still talking about water. Sorry, Sam, I don't want to talk about water today. Ask me again tomorrow and we'll talk about water. You talked about water yesterday. I talked at length about mineral water and things. Yeah, Terry Sue says, Mitch, you should get the gong sound. Get the gong sound before you axe somebody. I can't axe them. I can't ban them. All I can do is block their future chats if they chat on that channel or comments. I can block somebody from chatting on a live stream. I can put somebody in a timeout. Obviously, this isn't the first time YouTube has to deal with trolls and people who comment, but it's not the trolls that bother me. It's just the normal people sometimes who think they have the right. I'm a little touchy on the subject, can you tell? Have the right to tell you how to run your life because they don't approve. And then, most of the time, they couch it in, well, I care. I care about you. And that's why I'm telling you that you shouldn't do that. It's not good for you. That is bull. That is bull. There are very few people that care about you in this world. I think some of you care. Maybe most of you that are here care about me. But if you do, it's because you've gotten to know me, and I've earned that somehow by my behavior and what I do. But a stranger that says, I care about you, it's like somebody who says, trust me. Just trust me. Scariest words ever. Rockin' Keto Amy says, we would find you, Mitch. Yeah, that's another thought I had. I thought about this many times, and this crossed my mind this morning, too. Mitch, you got a big channel. Some of these people would probably follow you no matter what you did. Why don't you just get out of this aggravating space you're in, this health, diet, and carnivore? Why don't you stop being one of the minority trying to change the world? Why don't you just find a topic or subject that interests you, like cars, computers, cameras, technology, cell phones, all the other stuff that have people that get 100,000 views on a video and make a little money for yourself and do a faceless, nameless channel where all you see is somebody's hands out in front holding a cell phone or doing something. They don't even have to know who you are or anything about you. You could make a fortune on YouTube with what you know. And yes, it's true. I could spend the next year building that up and end up with a real income from this. But no, not Mitch. You got to always pick the most obscure thing and adopt it as your cause. That's what happened to me in the drone channel. There weren't that many people. And then when the government came along and tried to ruin the drone channel, we had them against us too. And they've killed it. It's done. I always pick those things. Does that make me smart? I don't know. I might be a masochist, for God's sake. Sometimes I think I am. Take the road less traveled. So, welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch, everybody. Drink it if you got it. What a glorious Monday morning. Oh, this has been very cathartic for me, folks. It really has. It really has been, honest to God. Whoa, coffee. Look at that. And guess what I'm going to do after this live stream is over? And it's going to be cringeworthy as hell. I want to film it. I think I will. I might take I'm going to go out on my back porch. I'll take a camera and I'll photograph me smoking a cigar. This is going to be great. This may be one of the best videos that I put out in a long time. I'm going to smoke a cigar and I'm going to watch the replay of this and see how much I cringe watching myself on the screen rant like hell. What do you guys think? Good idea? I'm going to do it. Doesn't mean I have to post it, but I definitely am going to. I'm going to record the moment anyway because it might be interesting. May set me off again. I'll tell you one thing that's going to happen. I'm going to agree with everything that guy on the TV says. He's a lot like me, you know. Oh, let's see. Who bought me a coffee? We have Randy Weichel bought me a coffee this morning. Thank you so much. And Jeff Johnson. Hey, Mitch, going to fire up the Typher today. Did you get one of those things, Jeff? That's great. Thanks for the discount and the link. Wow, Jeff. That's great. I'll talk about that for a minute. Jeff bought me 3 coffees this morning. Thank you so much, Jeff. I finished a review. That's another thing that's got me down this morning is Typher asked me, when I finish a review, don't publish it. Send them a link. They want to check it out. Now, normally I would have told them, go to hell, come back. Yeah. But I spent a solid week making that review. A solid week. For a week, I cooked everything. Everything in that thing. It was a lot of physical work for me. Whoa. Suspected spam. That's the last thing in the world I want to deal with today. Likely a business. What is all these stupid rings coming from? Okay. That's another thing. You constantly, they're picking at your bones like vultures, these people. Constantly trying to steal from you, ruin you. I worked for a week, cooked everything in this thing. Tried to make a fair review of it. something that, I don't do that. One other thing in my whole career I ever taken as it basically dealt with the company. Anything I recommend to you guys on my Amazon links, I don't have any deals. I don't get paid commissions by them, and I make a few bucks if you buy one from Amazon. But the beauty part of that is I'm not working. They don't think I'm working for them. I don't have a relationship. WeVac is the only company I have a relationship with. They've been very good. They don't restrict me or put any rules on it. I really believe in their product, and it's worked out real well. And I haven't taken another one of those deals of the thousands that I seem to get emailed every day until this Typher thing came along. I don't really regret it because I told them to go away on so many times, and then this is what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to do. But I did agree one thing. Let them check over my review to see if I made any mistakes. So now I finished this whole thing, got it all edited, ready to go. I know they're in China. I emailed them yesterday, which means they should have gotten it first thing this morning. I said, I got this review done. I need to get it posted because this sale you've got running is going to run out. And I didn't hear back. And that was the first disappointment I had when I woke up this morning. No email from this Ivy person who has emailed me like every morning for the past month. Where are you, Ivy? So I emailed her again. And I'm going to release the thing today, whether they like it or not. If they don't like it, they can come get the air fryer. Problem is, I love the damn thing. I'd give them back theirs and go buy another one. I really like it. But I did the whole review from a viewpoint of a carnivore. A carnivore. So I'm going to release that today. I tried to send them a link, but this afternoon, take a look. I don't know if I want to do that again. I don't know if I don't want to become a home shopping club. If I buy somebody's product and I really like it, I'll throw the Amazon link in my page. If you buy it, I'll make $2. I don't care. It's not worth it. It's too much work. I really, really physically overexerted myself. I think in the video, in the review, featured 4 different things that I cooked. I cooked 10, 15 different things all week. All my food, everything I ate, except for the few times, maybe twice, I actually made bacon and eggs in a frying pan. Everything else for a whole week, I cooked in that thing. What I was trying to do was to get it really dirty, because the most important feature of that was the self-cleaning, and I wanted to try to see if the self-cleaning actually self-cleaned. So I conscientiously tried to make it dirty all week. I won't spoil the results of that. Watch the video. And I hope the links even work. I know that if you buy it from the Typher site, that they managed to credit me with it because I saw 5 people just from the unboxing video bought the air fryer, or 4 of them did, and one of them went more the other day. But the Amazon link is supposed to show up there too, and I haven't seen a sale, so I can't say don't use the Amazon link, but why do I want to go through all this work and trouble? It's not like I make that much money, but I make a little money when somebody buys this. All this work is worth something, I think, even if the people out there don't think it's worth anything, thinks that we do it for the fun. Anyway, that's going to come out today, around 2 o'clock this afternoon. It's quite a production. It was the most editing I've done on a video in a long, long, long time. In fact, I was going to give you a little 1-minute preview, and I got it queued up here. So let me show you the opening. Not to show you the air fryer, but to show you my stroke recovery. Watch. me walk. Look at that. Hello, my friends. It's me, Mitch. I'm in the kitchen. This is the big event. My review of the Tyfer Dome 2 air fryer. More than likely, unlike any review of this that you've ever seen. The biggest complication. So, there it is. That's the opening. And truer words, I don't think were ever spoken. Right there. When I said it's unlike any air fryer review you've ever seen. I'm doing. Let me get rid of that so it doesn't keep making noise in the background. Okay. Thought you'd like to see that. Amazing Mitch, says Ellen. Hi, Ellen. I don't know if you realize how exceptional your recovery has been. Ellen, I thank you so much. I guess it has been. I still feel like a housebound, invalid, because you're really so severely limited. I can't go out and walk a mile or two yet. But I have to look at these videos. And I'm at a point right now. I'm at the point right now where I don't even take the walker out of the back of the house now anymore. I used to walk out and park it midway, halfway, in case I needed it. Now I just leave it. I leave it there. I keep it in the bedroom in case something happens in the middle of the night, some panic thing, fire, and I need to get up and move somewhere in a stupor of a half sleep. It's at least there, because otherwise I would fall flat on my ass and kill myself and probably burn up. But other than that, for the past, I would say 3 or 4 days, I have not used it. There are times in the day when I still feel a little shaky. No canes, no walkers, no nothing. Just relearning, like a toddler. Relearning to walk. It's been, I need to say it, this whole recovery thing. I'm not the first person to ever recover from a debilitating medical condition, nor will I be the last. I don't wish it on anybody. It's life-changing. It's just life-changing. My life as I knew it is gone. By the time I might get it all back, I'd probably be too old to enjoy it anyway. Because aging plays into it. If I was 50, it'd be a different story. But I'll be 80 pretty soon. That's time to be starting life over. Although, if you know me, you know that I'm going to be trying. I'm going to fight. I'm sorry if I haven't interacted with you guys today. More than, I think a better description of it would be that I interacted on everybody today. And tomorrow, I got it out of my system. Call it a spring, that's not spring, call it a fall house cleaning is what I had today. Sometimes you got to blow out the cobwebs, the things that, the nitpicky, pet peeve things that just keep building and building. Sometimes you got to sneeze. You know the feeling when you sneeze? It just all comes out in a tornado of wind. My father used to say, a sneeze is very refreshing. And I never knew what he meant, but that's what it's like. That's what it's like. And I think it was therapeutic for me to just let it out. I apologize. You didn't need to hear a lot of what I said. It's not your concern. I'm the guy that comes on to try to help you and enjoys your company in the process. I don't want to give up. I don't want to walk away from this. I don't want to cut my nose off to spite my face. There's so much about this that I do enjoy. So maybe a morning like this on a Monday morning with Hurricane Aaron bearing down on wherever. Aaron, your hurricane is doing pretty good. You'll never be a Hurricane Mitch, like I said the other day. In case you weren't here and didn't hear that. My hurricane, the one they named after me, Hurricane Mitch, was the most devastating hurricane in the last 200 years in this world. True to form. They should have known better. My Hurricane Aaron killed 11,000 people in Honduras and Nicaragua 20-some years ago. And while your hurricane will never live up to mine, you're fighting the good fight. What are you, up to a category 4 now? It's funny, and until they name a hurricane after you, you won't understand what I'm saying. I see Erin's here. She says, hi, Tuka. Yeah, my hurricane. A fish storm, yes, stays out to sea. Is it going to, I haven't watched the forecast. Are they predicting that it's going to affect Bermuda? Because poor Bermuda sits out there and has to sweat every one of these things. Duke is here. Yeah, Hurricane Mitch on YouTube. That's what I was today. Yeah, Hurricane Rick would destroy Miami. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hurricane Aaron. Retired Rick says, yeah, there is. Hurricane Aaron. It's out there. Hurricane Spanky would be awesome, says Golf Addict. Yes, I doubt they'll ever name a hurricane after you, Spanky. Might name a golf course after you, but what the hell? So let's see, after all that noise. And another someone who didn't tell me who it was. Bought me 3 coffees also. Says, hey, old feller, how's it going? Well, you certainly found that out today. Oh, God. 135 people are still here. Maybe I should do this every day. Maybe I should rename this thing. Morning Rant with Mitch. Maybe I get more attention that way. Although I don't feel like ranting every morning. Most mornings I'm in a great mood. Most mornings I'm loving life. I'm feeling good. I'm getting better. And one stupid comment about something as stupid as my cigar set that off. And it wasn't even the cigar that did it. It was humanity and what that says about most people and how inconsiderate they are. And after a lifetime of getting ruined by that attitude from so many people who really are ignorant and maybe not even bad people. It just sets you off. We've all been there. Anybody that isn't that passionate about something, I feel sorry for. You got to have some passion in you in life, something that goes down to your very soul and makes you say, enough. Stop and go away. And I know it's not pretty, but I think I get more as I get older. And I think many of you who are older who can identify with this, you just get tired of it. You say, go tell it to the kids. I'm not interested. Tuka says I should have a cigar right now. Yes, it's just I don't smoke in the house. I do not want my house to have cigar smoke smell on everything. It does that. I understand what it is. And I don't inhale it for that reason. But my first thought when somebody tells me why I need to quit smoking cigars. Now, if I was a cigarette smoker, I'd agree with them. But then I go back to my point where In the 50s and 60s, when everybody smoked cigarettes and ate more healthy, we didn't have all this disease. The cigarettes weren't that bad, it seems. The cancers grew. I mean, people have been smoking since 1900, since 1850. They didn't have lung cancer. We didn't start getting lung cancer until we started eating all that sugar. It was the sugar responsible for most of that. Yeah, people got emphysema. People that sucked down 4 packs, 5 packs a day for 50 years, yeah, did get crap in their lungs from it. I understand that. But when the cancer came along, it was the sugar. I'm pretty sure the sugar in the seed oils that caused the inflammation that caused all of these diseases, and they're just discovering that now. So I say to myself, would you have suggested to George Burns's face that he quit smoking cigars when he was 98 years old? Would you have said that to him? Would you have gone out of your way to get a message to George Burns at 98 years old how he's killing himself and he needs to give up his cigars? No. And if you would, nobody wants to know you. And that's a thought that comes to my mind. So leave my cigars alone. I'm going to keep smoking cigars, and you may see me smoking more cigars. And I'm going to film myself watching this morning live stream today, smoking a cigar in your face. And it'll make me feel good. And in a way, I guess, I'm demanding respect, but I don't demand anything from anybody other than respect. And if you don't respect me, that's okay too. You don't have to. You don't have to. Just don't tell me about it. Because that's just normal courtesy. Keep your gripes to yourself. I see Ellen is taking care of Sam Sapphire's questions about the drinking water. That's fine. Granny D, they know we wanted the nicotine, which is beneficial. Yeah, there are people who say nicotine and caffeine are both good for you. They don't hesitate. This is what people don't think about. How do people quit smoking? They give them nicotine patches. They don't say the nicotine patches will kill you. So maybe it's not the nicotine that's bad in the cigarettes. Maybe it's the smoke you're inhaling every breath into your lungs. And even then, that usually takes 30, 40 years of multiple packs a day to really cause emphysema and those diseases. So if I don't inhale and puff on a cigar, how long will it take me until my voice sounds like this, like most smokers? Before drawing that smoke over my vocal cords, it's just not happening. And maybe all those people who want us to quit puffing on cigars or stop driving their cars, having barbecues. Maybe they should stop their hobbies that involve spray painting out of a spray can. Maybe they should buy a plot at the top of a mountain. Maybe they'll get some fresh air. People focus on the wrong things. And that's okay. I'll let them. Just don't nag me about them. I've heard this all my life. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And I don't smoke around you if you don't like it. I never would. I never would. I never go out where people are and somebody may not like, because I don't like to be around cigarette smokers either. My terrific life says smoking a cigar helps me focus. Yes, it does. It's very, very relaxing. It is. You can't describe it to somebody that doesn't. It's not drinking. I don't drink. It doesn't make you high. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't cloud your thinking at all. It's just soothing and relaxing. And they want to take that away from me. How dare they? How dare they? Well, listen, my friends, I'm not going to stretch this out much more. I didn't do much interacting with you. I really started this live stream with the goal of getting over it, Mitch. Get over it, Mitch. Get over it. Be happy. Start talking to your friends. Get involved in the conversations. Answer the questions like you do, like you normally do. But it was not to be. Graceful Lily, you saw a side of me this morning that I very rarely show. I very rarely show. It was a side of me that people used to tell me was scared the shit out of them and intimidated the hell out of them. My employees especially, because if I ever got that adamant about anything and into that mood, that instilled fear in people. Not that I could do anything about it, but for some reason it at least got me a little respect. It's called putting your foot down. And I don't do that very often. So when I hear somebody say, Mitch, you're very intimidating, you can be very intimidating, I guess that's what they meant by it. I have reached that point a number of times in my life where you just have to say enough and put your foot down and let everybody know you mean it. That's why I'm anxious to watch this thing. See if I really was scary. I don't think I was out of line, though. And I don't think I was making it up. I think so many people agreed with me. Nikki W. says, keep smoking, keep ranting. You got it, Nikki. You got it. Somebody's got to rant. We don't have enough people in our community that rant. They're too concerned about their image. You got to know by now, I don't really care. I mean, I'll go somewhere else in a minute. I'm not worried about maintaining my image or my reputation. I don't have that much riding on it. But I think I'm among friends. Here it is. It says it all. Rick. Thank you, Rick. Never forget, Mitch. You have a group of us who agree with you. A group of realists. Yes, Rick. Yes, Rick. Unicap says, I miss seeing you smoking cigars. Well, I used to, when I first started Morning Coffee with Mitch, the idea was to do it outside. And the cigar is part of the shtick. It's who I am. I could no more imagine myself without a cigar than I could my grandfather without a cigar or George Burns without a cigar. I could imagine Bill Clinton without a cigar, but that's another story. Joe Rogan smokes cigars. And Steven Crowder, always smoking a cigar. Half the men I know, it's who they are, not just what they do. It's a part of their life. And I can't imagine, nobody that knows me can imagine me without a cigar. Any caricature that's ever been drawn of me has been with a cigar in my mouth. I was always trying to be considerate of other people, but and tried to maybe smoke around other cigar smokers. We've been banned from the community swimming pool. We used to go up there, there's a bunch of us used to go by the pool, sit around outside, smoke cigars. So they made a band, people bitched, and so now I can't even go for a morning walk smoking a cigar because I might walk by somebody's house who complained. This guy walks on my house smoking a cigar, and I can't stand it. It's bad for my health, and he's killing me. You need to make and they make rules against it, which is why I don't want anything to do with this community or anybody in it. I live here and keep to myself. And the day they come and tell me I can't smoke on my own back patio, we're going to have a real problem. But that day's probably coming because people won't leave you alone in this world and always feel the need to impose their values on you. Period. I'm going to zoom down here real quick and see if there's a question or a comment. Peter, why would you give up? Why would you give one crap about a Bible? Heating? You meant hating. Judgmental hater trying to tell you anything, just block them. I do that, Peter. I just block them. Occasionally, I'll be mad and I'll go, Jesus. Well, I get the comments. You're taking the Lord's name in vain. Whose Lord? Not my Lord, I'm sorry. One of my landsmen, maybe. One of my Jewish brethren, maybe. But not my Lord. If he's your Lord, that's fine. I respect that. In fact, in Yiddish, his name is not Jesus. His name was Yussel. Something people don't really want to accept. Their story is a different story, that's all. None of us were there 2,000 years ago to actually see what happened. There was no CNN. Everything is a story. That's how I feel. People hate me for that. I'm a heretic for that. They want to kill me for that. They killed all my relatives for that. And I have to be very careful about what I say, or they'll come and kill me. We call it jihad. Jihad. What a screwed up world. Like I said, it's not the world that's screwed up, it's the people in it. This world did just fine before the human race ever got evolved. When we came out of the trees 8 million years ago, we sealed the doom of this planet, and it's playing out according to the script, I guess. Terry Sue said there was such a huge mourning void when Mitch was on his vocation, but it gave birth to several new people. It was his labor pain for all of us. Yeah, I got a lot of people coming on in the morning now, and that's good. That's good. May cost me a few viewers. You guys have to decide. I'm going to go with the new guy, or I've heard everything Mitch has got to say, and that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, I'm not trying to build an empire here. Just trying to do my thing. Any more questions before I go out there and probably re-aggravate myself listening to some guy that I really agree with? Loretta Native, thank you for pointing out parameters that need to be addressed. You can do anything. You can say anything with me. Just be a little considerate of my feelings, that's all. I can take criticism, constructive criticism. I always can. I can take suggestions of things that people think might help. Just don't tell me what I need to do. That's not a suggestion. That's an order. I don't take orders anymore from anybody. That's all. That's the sore point. It's bad enough I have to follow all the guidelines from everybody else and that wants to dictate guidelines, rules to live by. You live by those rules. I'm sorry. As long as I'm not bothering you. And if you don't like me on YouTube, don't watch. Don't watch. Yeah, Aaron, I'm the same way. Aaron says, I have a funny quirk. If somebody tells me what to do, I do the opposite. Well, that's what we're doing with Carnivore. We're going in their face. Funny thing is what we're doing seems like more of the right thing to do than what they tell us to do. Every time I see a doctor on TV giving out this deadly advice that they constantly give out, it's disgusting. It has to make you a little bit angry. When they tell me that what I'm doing is the real cause of all the problems, when it's the real solution, that's doubly destructive. Because not only does it not tell do the people who need the advice never get the advice because they're not hearing it from the so-called experts? But to make it even worse, the experts are telling them that the real advice that works is the cause of their problems. That's called gaslighting, in case you didn't know. And the politicians do it all the time. Just ask Donald Trump if he wasn't blamed for being a Russian spy. That's what they do. That is right out of the Saul Alinsky playbook, Rules for Radicals. Whatever you're doing wrong and bad, you accuse the other guy of. It's just how the game is played. And you see it every day. I know I'm only 45 minutes behind scrolling through this chat. Okay. Gary. I had a great time with Gary yesterday. Gary and Rick were my guests Sunday morning. It was a great stream. We had a good time. Thanks for coming. Enjoyed it. Discussion about water. I mean, go fast. Look for the questions. I am going to release that, whether I get the blessings from Difer or not, I'm going to release that this afternoon for whatever it's worth. If it goes anywhere, I'm going to enjoy mine. It's great. I mean, it's a spoiler, but I'm convinced that you'll see why when you watch the video, that for a carnivore, even though 90% of what the thing will do, we have no use for, I think it is worthwhile for a carnivore. And I really do think that the ease of use and the quiet and the self-cleaning, they are worth a few extra bucks, which I minimize the impact of based on the fact that how much money you spend on the food you're going to cook in this thing. And I've always considered air fryers and most kitchen appliances to be disposable. Why I never hesitated to get a new air fryer when the old one got so dirty I couldn't use it. I figured I got more than my money's worth out of it. Good to see Ellen here this morning. Jem is here. Hi, Jem. How are you? I know I didn't say hi to everybody, but I'm aware of everybody who's here. I did dress up nice. I'm wearing my Carnivore, OldGuyCarnivore t-shirt. Nobody buys my t-shirts once in a blue moon, or my coffee cups. Who cares? I don't ever throw the link up. I was never done in an effort to make any money. It's just fun. I really don't want to be a salesman. Sam's asking more questions. God, Sam, now you're talking about lobsters and crabs. Eat meat, eat beef, butter, bacon, and eggs for a while. You want to be carnivore. I don't eat lobster. It's too expensive. You get lobster and crab is ridiculous, and it's no fat. There's no fat in it. About the only thing in that shellfish I eat is just shrimp, and I put them with eggs and cook them in butter, so there's plenty of fat in it. Had that yesterday. After I finally got done with my air fryer review, I put the thing on the counter. I recorded my closing argument, and immediately after I got that off the cooktop, put my frying pan on the cooktop, and made a shrimp omelet or shrimp scrambled eggs, and had that for my second meal yesterday. It was great. It was great. There's the hurricane talk. One thing my brand thing didn't do, it didn't keep you guys from, didn't stop you chatting, which is glad to see that. Glad to see that. Ellen says, no, not water. He asked the group, read crab and lobster. Yeah, I saw that, but he had asked the water question, a couple of water things before that. All right, we like Sam. I like people that ask questions. Just I was kind of preoccupied today. Now I'm going to take the rest of the day off. I don't know about you. I'm done. This is a 7-day-a-week job. I say I take Saturday off. What did I do all day Saturday? I worked on editing and videos. I don't take any time off. I basically have no life. And that's okay. I just want it to be without insults every day. I tried not reading comments for a while. Remember that? Remember that episode where I'm not reading these comments anymore. And I ended up with like 10,000 unread comments. And I said, nah, I don't want to go into my YouTube studio every day and tell me I've got 10,000 unread comments. I feel the same way about my email box. I want to dispose of this stuff one way or the other. And I got to answer the comments or delete them. I got to deal with them or delete them. If I delete them, they disappear from the video. I don't want to delete your comments. YouTube gives me no way to get them out of my unanswered comments box unless I either give them a heart. And I got to tell you, I've swallowed hard on some of these comments. Put that heart in there just to get rid of it. And there are so many times I can't even do that. The next line of defense is the okay reply. So when you get no heart and okay, you know I would rather not have read it. And then when it gets to the point where I can't even say okay, then I will more than likely hide the user. Not delete the comment, just hide the user. And at this point, I've probably hidden more than 1,000 people from being able to comment on my thing. I just won't put up with it. It's my house. Start your own YouTube channel. Somebody said here, Spanky sent 3 coffees. Okay. Spanky, were you the someone? Because it didn't identify you. Let me see. Or did I get more? Okay, so I guess that said, hey, old fella, how's it going? It doesn't say Spanky. Doesn't say who you are, but somebody told me it's Spanky. Thank you, Spanky. Thank you so much. Put your name in there. There's a place where you put it in there. Identify yourself. Because if you don't identify yourself, it just says someone. That's their guess. Must have been someone, or else where did it come from? Thank you for letting me know. I always like to know. Godfather, he will see it maybe. Okay, Spanky, I missed where you said that, but I'm not really deeply reading the chats today. But thank you so much. And keep in mind, if you do the buy me a coffee thing and you don't put your name in there, it doesn't give me your email address. And like Jeff Johnson puts his name in the message. It says someone, and then in the message it says it's Jeff Johnson. So make sure you type your name on there somehow. I appreciate it either way, but I sure like to know who to thank. Okay, here it is. Here it is. There's where they say, golf addict. That was me that sent those 3 coffees. Surprise. Lost another 15 pounds in the last 3 weeks. Whoa! Yes, Spanky. Congratulations, man. Yes, sir. Crowd loves you. And thanks for the coffees. Put your name in there. Be proud. There's a question from, oh my gosh, Mitch, have you ever used, and what are your thoughts on marijuana, medical marijuana? No, I never have. One time. I've told the story many times. I won't get into it now, but I was a young man, went on a scuba diving trip. They roomed me with a anesthesiologist, young guy, doctor. We were going diving, and this guy came complete with what he said was the finest marijuana on the planet. I never smoked it. I was a cigar smoker. I never inhaled anything. I'm not like Bill Clinton, because I did inhale that, and I got stoned out of my friggin' mind, decided that is not for me. And that's the only time I ever had it. Ever crossed paths with marijuana. Didn't like it. Didn't like inhaling anything, any smoke into my lungs. Terry Sue says, if Mitch was back in elementary school and they told him to go out for recess, he would probably say, I don't play games. You're right. You're right. I was a rebellious kid. Oh, my God. I pity my poor parents. I remember how rebellious I was. I was not going to be directed, told what to do. Been that way all my life. All my life. Are we getting down to the bottom of this yet? Thank you so much, Jim. I appreciate that. I really do. If you can love me after that rant today, man, I'm all right. That was probably the king of all rants that I've done so far. I did one once before and immediately ended the live stream and deleted it. Not that I was ashamed of it. And I was thinking along those lines today. Let me just say this, get it out of my system. Just delete it so it's gone forever. But I thought about it. I said, there's nothing that I said. Yeah, I maybe used a little profanity, but nothing compared to what most of these people do. Mainstream people, even political people, big Fox guys, Dave Rubin and Megyn Kelly, come on, and F-bomb all over the place. I don't do that on a regular basis. In fact, I didn't even drop the F-bomb today. So I'm going to leave it up. And maybe people will like it. Maybe they'll try to provoke me into more rants. But I don't want to be, I'm not a mean guy. I'm not really that angry. I've just certain things just set me off. Leave my cigars alone, will you? Let me have one lousy thing in life, one thing that I don't have to get grief over. All right, I did it. I'm at the bottom. And down in Australia, Chris Wayne says, time for bed. Great idea. Great rant today. Thank you. Thank you so much. Listen, my friends, let's end this on a little happy music. Say goodbye to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much, Barry. Thank you for the big super chat. Thank you for the coffees, guys. I appreciate it. Look out for that video today. I'm going to release it probably about between 1:45 and 2 o'clock. Sometime in there seems to be the optimal time on Monday for me to release a video. My notifications are filled up with suspected spam phone calls. So, who's saying goodbye? Loretta's saying goodbye. Mike Seeley Sr., Sam Sapphire, Ellen, Rick. See you guys in the morning. I'll be here. And we'll talk about everything else but what bothers me. Appreciate you putting up with me this morning and hanging in there with me. You guys truly are my friends, and that means more to me than you think, and it's what keeps me doing this. Otherwise, why would anybody would anybody do this in this world? Sam Sapphire says, would you have tried and do you like hookah cigarettes? No, I smoke cigars. Boom. I'm a cigar puffer. I don't even smoke. I puff. I don't inhale anything. Not pot, not hookah, not cigarettes, nothing. Nothing goes down my windpipe but air. That's it. And that's why I so vehemently fight anybody that wants to tell me how bad that is for you. They don't get it. They don't get it because of the propaganda. Because of the propaganda. I don't need any excuse to do what I do. At any rate, don't get me started again. Let me relax, get it out of my system. So guys, thanks so much for coming. I think this might have been entertaining, if nothing else. I'll try to interact a lot more with you guys tomorrow morning, and I'll be back. I'll be back. So until tomorrow, I'm going to do it, and I suggest you do it too. Take the rest of the day off and eat meat.